Hi friends, log on to my website fastbeam.com and talk to me on the forums. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram.
Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving this, the Maruti Ciaz Facelift, and straight away let's open the engine. So this is powered by a new 1.5 liter unit, which makes it the most efficient petrol car in the country, or rather the most efficient petrol sedan in the country for both manual as well as automatic. In fact, this is the most efficient diesel sedan as well in the country and probably in the world, with a claimed mileage of 28 kilometers per liter plus. So you can see there's a lot of space in the engine bay to accommodate a bigger engine. But yes, this is a new motor and it's kind of exciting. It's the K15. So let's drop the hood. And by the way, insulation over here, usually not the case with petrol cars, but they have done it in the case of the Ciaz petrol. Lot of design updates up front. As you can see, it gets a new headlight. So there's a projector setup. There are LED elements, so it gets LEDs. Meanwhile, LED fog lamps as well. So it gives a very nice appeal to this car. A lot of chrome treatment, chrome over here, new grille with piano black touch, Suzuki logo over there. So this car actually looks now fresher than before due to the revised bumpers up front. And the top of the line Alpha gets 16-inch rims. These are precision cut wheels. They look really nice too. And in this Nexa blue color, this car does look very elegant. Chrome treatment in a lot of places. So there's chrome over here, there's chrome on the door handles as well. And as you keep moving behind, you realize this is a very long car by sedan standards. Chrome treatment over here, revised bumper, rear parking sensors, chrome here as well, smart hybrid for the petrol, and LED tail lights as well. So definitely the Ciaz looks fresher now. Let's open the boot of the car right away. And as you can see, the boot is large enough, can accommodate a lot of luggage, but the spare wheel isn't an alloy and it's a smaller size. It's 15-incher, 185, 65, 15, not the 16-inchers with which the car comes. So that's cost cutting again. So as you can see, the car definitely looks fresher than before, and the 16-inchers get 195 rubber. Now the doors open wide and there's a lot of space in the door to keep a 1 liter bottle, and you can keep knickknacks here as well. You can see the cabin is large and the rear seat is spacious, so there's good amount of leg room and knee room. Along with the scooped out seat bag means there's plenty of room in this car. In fact, headroom is also kind of decent. Under thigh support is a bit lacking, but the seat is very comfortable. Gets 2 headrests, not 3, and you get a center armrest with twin cup holders over here. Floor is almost flat. You get a 12-volt charging socket over here, space to keep stuff over here, rear AC vents over here. There are magazine holders as well, and the doors do shut with slightly better thud than other Maruti cars. Now this is the new treatment inside the cabin, and you get this chrome line here as well. Window is large enough. There's a light over here as well. There's a hook over here. There's no hook over here on this side, and you also get a rear curtain. So that's nice and kind of luxurious. Isofix child seat mounts at the rear. So in terms of safety, Maruti has worked on a few things. Basically what they have done is the upcoming government norm mandates that you have to have a few technologies in a car, which Maruti has given it already, such as reverse parking sensors, as well as warning when seatbelt is not worn for the front seats, both the driver as well as the passenger, along with a speed alarm which beeps once at 80 kilometers per hour and keeps beeping after 120 kilometers per hour. That's called the high speed alert, and it's coming to all cars in India next year. Anyways, the front doors are also big enough, so door pockets are large. You can give a 1 liter bottle, you can keep a lot of stuff over here. Switchgear isn't the best lifted from other Marutis. This is the control for the outside rear view mirrors, and again this treatment looks really nice on this car. This is the button to open the boot, this is the button to open the engine bay, and the pedal area has a lot of space. There's a dead pedal here as well. As you can see, there is absolutely no headlight leveler because this car gets automatic headlight leveling along with automatic headlights as well. That's a nice touch. Space to keep stuff over here. This is the engine start stop button. This is the button to turn on and off start stop system. Basically when the car comes to a stop, it will stop the car because it's a smart hybrid. As you can see, the front seats are also very nice and comfortable. There is no light over here. There's a mirror. There's no mirror over here. It says ticket holder. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that. I was not aware. There's a sunglass holder over here. There are lights over here which work like this, and it gets an auto dimming inside rear view mirror as well. The dashboard design remains similar as before, but the dashboard does look very appealing, and this new treatment over here does give it a premium appeal. In fact, even this treatment is really nice on the Ciaz. However, they're very hard plastics. like really very hard plastics in this car. A lot of storage spaces over here. So there's a center armrest below which you can keep stuff, and there is a HP pen drive for reasons best known to Nexa, because it says Nexa. It's a 16 GB drive. You can keep your phone over here below the handbrake of the car. And over here there are twin cup holders along with a 12-volt charging socket, a USB, as well as a aux plug. So as you can see, it's a very practical car. In fact, the glove box is a decent size. So these are basically the specifications of changes, and this box has a few mints and stuff. So if any of you are feeling sugary, probably you should have these. It says Nexa Create Inspire. This doesn't come with the car. This is just provided for the test drive right now. So overall the cabin does feel really nice. The instrument cluster has been revised as well, and the 4.2-inch multi-information display comes from the Baleno. So basically it says engine, motor, battery. It will tell you the charge in real time. That's very cool. It is very similar to the Toyota Camrys, and when I browse through this, well, there's a lot of information, like average fuel economy. Right now it's giving 10 kilometers per liter, range is 33 kilometers, which means this car is out of fuel, and real-time mileage, as well as, you know, what is the time you have been driving the car, along with how much time has the car been using the stop start system and how much fuel has been saved. It's 119 ml. Well, that's a lot. This is the clock, which doesn't have any numbers. This is the power and torque meter, which came in the Baleno and was very cool. So basically it will tell you how much power and torque you're consuming from the motor. Very nice, I like it. There are twin trip meters over here, A and B, and odometer below. There's a temperature meter on the top and a clock on the left. On the leftmost gauge we have the tachometer along with the temperature meter. On the rightmost we have got the speedometer along with the fuel meter, and the handbrake light is over here, as you can see. So this is a very nice screen. I actually love the instrument cluster of the new Ciaz. It also gets cruise control, and these are the buttons to pick up or decline a call. These are the controls for the audio system, and this is the control for the headlight. This is the control for the wiper. 6 sprays come on the screen, cleans the windscreen very nicely, but these are not dual blade wipers. And this 7-inch touchscreen infotainment screen, rather the smart play system, is very nice and fluid. It gets navigation with voice commands as well and works flawlessly well. The reverse camera too is really nice on this car. It's quite legible. However, I don't know why it's not aligned. As you can see, there's no alignment over here. It doesn't get adaptive guidelines, and along with reverse parking sensors, it makes it easy to park this car. Now you have to put an SD card over here, which is for the maps. So once you remove the SD card, it says there's no SD card containing navigation data, so no navigation data. So that is important. It gets it from Map My India. It gets Apple CarPlay. It gets Android Auto connectivity as well, along with Bluetooth and the regular stuff. So I'm now going to connect it to Apple CarPlay. CarPlay is activated. The audio system works really well. Audio quality is decent for the price, and overall the whole experience of the cabin is nice. It feels comfortable. It kind of feels a little luxurious too, but overall quality levels could have been better, and this car could certainly do with softer touch plastics. The Ciaz also gets an eco mode indicator in the instrument cluster. That's again a very nice touch. I don't know how much mileage people want to remove from the Ciaz because it is already a very efficient car. Meanwhile, the automatic variants get 2 extra features. One is ESP and the other is hill hold. But what is this new engine all about? Let's get driving. Air conditioning off, and we are all set to go. So this is a new engine in the Ciaz. It's a 1.5 liter unit, and straight away I am going to launch this car. So here we are, wheel spinning, and off we go. So yes, it's a Suzuki engine, so it definitely loves to redline. Punchy performance. I just love Japanese petrol engines. They are so good. Okay, at 80 there's the speed alarm, and after 120 it continuously keeps beeping. So I'll show that to you right now. Full onto the throttle, and here we go. Okay, another Maruti right in our path. Come on. Yeah, that sound is irritating. So this is an all new engine, or rather it's an updated engine. So earlier the Ciaz petrol got a 1.4 liter unit. This one is a 1.5 liter unit, and it produces 13% more power and 6% more torque. So power output has increased to 103 horses. Meanwhile, torque output is now 138 Newton meters. so definitely a step up. And as you can see, the performance has definitely improved. Low end is good, mid range is also good, but I find a flat spot in the mid range, and it's the top end which is the best. It really excites. It pulls all the way to 6,500 rpm, and as I buried the throttle, you can see that speed alarm is coming, redlining at 6,500 rpm. It's a very refined motor, and the gearbox is very slick shifting. The clutch is also on the lighter side, so definitely a very good powertrain over here in the Ciaz. Look at the motor, it really feels good, and I'm happy that Suzuki has finally given the Ciaz an engine it deserves. Hopefully the diesel too will get it, because the diesel is the same 1.3 litre unit which produces the same 90 PS of power and 200 Newton meters of torque. Now there's a big difference between the petrol and diesel, obviously the engine is, but there's another difference in terms of the smart hybrid technology. So both of these cars now get smart hybrid technology, rather the diesel always had it, now the petrol also gets smart hybrid technology. And the difference here is that this one in the petrol is a new smart hybrid system. It uses lithium ion batteries, and because of which you can also see how much consumption of engine power or battery power is being happening. It has three functions basically. There is one which is called as the stop start, or the idle stop start system. Basically when you come to a halt, the car will turn off to save fuel. And then there's regenerative braking, so when you brake it's going to charge the battery, which in turn is going to be used in torque assist. So basically what torque assist does is gives slightly more boost in terms of acceleration when driving the car. And every time I downshift, I feel the punch. Obviously there is no VTEC which kicks in you, but this K15 motor is very nice to drive. It just feels so good, and it's also very refined. In the top end it kind of screams, but overall it's definitely an engine I really love to redline. I mean, yeah, it's no VTEC, but still at least it's a great engine from Suzuki. So let me downshift. Here we are, and here we go. But the speed alert system is crazy because it makes a lot of noises all the time, and that's something which government has made mandatory from I think 2020 or something, or probably 2019 late, but Maruti decided to add it right away. Now we are into third gear. So the suspension of the Ciaz has always been compliant. Maruti says that they have further worked on it to improve comfort. Yes, the ride quality is very comfortable, and this car has a brilliant ride quality too. In fact, anything, I literally mean it, anything in its stride, it just absorbs and walks through it. But unfortunately there's some sort of bounciness due to the softer suspension setup, which is fine because that you can only feel at high speeds over bad roads. Meanwhile, it does remain stable at higher speeds. It doesn't drive like a car which weighs so light, so definitely a thumbs up to that. In terms of ride quality and comfort, the Ciaz is brilliant, but the steering has no feel and feedback. At lower speeds it just feels too heavy. It doesn't self-center either, and at higher speeds it just doesn't inspire the confidence to push hard and fast. So that's the problem with the steering of the Maruti Ciaz, which has always been the case because Maruti has focused towards comfort on this car, and this steering comes from the same car maker who makes a brilliant steering in the Swift, but this one just doesn't have the feel, neither does it have the feedback you would expect. Braking performance is very good though. It stops dead in its stride when you brake hard, and there is some sort of nosedive obviously because of the softer suspension setup. So overall, as you can see, there's not much of a mechanical change. The new engine is definitely a welcome addition, and because of the hybrid tech which is better than the diesel. The diesel doesn't show this display which I'm seeing right now over here, that engine, motor and battery, and this is a lithium ion battery, so it's going to last for the life of the car. So definitely that is one of the big reasons why the price of the diesel Ciaz has decreased from the pre-facelift to the facelift, because they have not given it the latest battery which the petrol motor gets, and they get the economies of scale. Now come on Ciaz, now this will keep beeping all day long, which is kind of sad. And here we are in fifth gear, so 5-speed gearbox. There's also 4-speed automatic which has been carried over from before. As you can see, this car feels kind of stable at high speed surprisingly, but yeah, wind does affect it a bit. So overall, the Ciaz facelift or the updates to the Ciaz are a definite improvement, but I would have liked even more features, and definitely, you know, I would have loved it if this car would have handled better, because, you know, with the more enthusiastic motor you want better handling as well. So there are 11 variants on offer, and 4 are for the diesel, 4 are for the petrol manual, and 3 are for the petrol automatic. The petrol automatic doesn't get the base Sigma variant, and the pricing starts at 9.5 lakhs for the base petrol and goes all the way till 13.10 lakhs for the top end 1.3 liter hybrid diesel. So it is a car which is priced very attractively and beats its rivals fair and square in terms of value for money, and that is one of the reasons why you would buy a Maruti Ciaz. It is just so much value for money. So if you're looking for a C segment sedan and don't want to spend too much money, then close your eyes and get the Maruti Ciaz. It's a comfortable car loaded with a lot of features and is also now a punchy performer thanks to the updated petrol engine. However, it still isn't exciting, the handling isn't great, and most importantly, the motor doesn't scream like a VTEC which its rival Honda City has. So guys, this is my video of the Maruti Ciaz, and if you liked it, you know what you have to do. Give it the thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye bye.